Now, I moved back to Shaker 2 years ago, and I didn't realize it would cause a pandemic. I'm sorry. But in all seriousness, I moved back with two central wishes. I wanted to give back to the community that had given so much to me, and I wanted to be in a place that had brought me safety. And Hanna Perkins is my foundation for both. And I want to tell you the story of why. When I came into the world, my father was dying of cancer. He died when I was 6 weeks old. I had an understandably depressed and traumatized 28-year-old mother. I had an understandably traumatized and angry 3-year-old brother. And I was left with a complicated story, without words to put to it, of absence that few seem to understand. Events like these can leave you feeling you are not valid. Your family is different and not okay as they are, or that the world is dangerous. And for us, it had been. So who came to the rescue? Hanna Perkins came to the rescue. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. In our time of greatest trouble, my grandmother, Grammy, brought us here, and I am certain it saved our lives. My child analyst, Marion Barnes, gave me genuine warmth and admiration. The teachers not only taught me, but they respected me. And I want to give a brief shout out to Barbara Streeter, who was one of my kindergarten teachers. So thank you for everything. So in a way, this speech is really just thanking a lot of people from the 1970s. As I went through life, I found Hanna Perkins to be a beacon of hope and safety. When things felt unsafe, as they often did, I knew that wasn't true everywhere. There was a place where feelings were understood and not judged. There was a place that valued my choices, my feelings, and my needs, no matter how young or small I was. There was a place where I learned to believe I made sense and that the world made sense. And this was all so important to me to be able to survive trauma and thrive in the world. Hanna Perkins is where I learned that I was valuable for exactly who I was, and that I could have safety from within by loving who I was as is. And I carried this everywhere I went. So now it is my turn to return the favor to Hanna Perkins, because Hanna Perkins is much greater than they may even know or represent themselves to be, and they need to know how valuable they are. Hanna Perkins is often seen as only for troubled families or ones with traumatic histories, and we are good at that. But we are also experts on how all people really are, how they actually live inside, and how they can live more happily with themselves, no matter what happens in the world around them. This is the organization that I want leading my own children into the emotional world, just as it did for me. Each child that comes through our doors is as equipped for the world ahead as anyone could be, because of the wisdom, knowledge, warmth, and real love that is given here. And I am living proof of that. I now provide that safety I learned at my fantastic kindergarten to the patients with whom I work as a therapist myself. This year, nearly 100% of our students will be here on need-based scholarships. Whatever each of you may contribute tonight or beyond tonight, you can know that Hanna Perkins is like a lighthouse for children. Cutting through the dark night of worry and fear and shame and despair and loneliness and confusion that often exists in the confines of our minds, and reminding us that there is solid ground. It was my lighthouse. It still is my lighthouse. And I hope you will join me in making sure the light is on bright for those in need at all times. Thank you.